Hi guys. Wait, no, that was so cringy.
It was YouTuber. Okay, it's fine.
No, we're just.
This is going on YouTube though.
I don't know.
Okay, let's just try. You wanna say hi guys? Just how? Not the hands, maybe. Okay.
What's up?
Shop boys.
Away.
Always, bruh.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome to another episode of We Perceive as We Are, and today we have a new guest. No, it's not new actually. She is a reoccurring guest. She's had an episode out. She has an episode out at the moment, and she is recording this one with us now. Guys, I don't know why I'm talking like this. But in today's episode, we're going to be talking about how being nonchalant doesn't necessarily make you cool. In that topic, how we necessarily got here is because, you know, in dating and in just life in general, there's just nonchalant people who are like, I shouldn't waste my energy on certain people. When in reality, you know, it's not doing anything.
Denial is a river in Egypt. Being nonchalant is not a thing. They just don't
They don't care about
No, but
you.
listen. I know some people who would fall under the nonchalant category.
Nonchalant, right? You don't give a single...
Okay, before we move on, what is being nonchalant? How would you describe being nonchalant? Let's start with you, Buzz.
I feel like being nonchalant is like when a person really just doesn't care. Like, let's say if you communicate to them like, hey babe, like I have XYZ problem, and they'll be like, oh, okay, you need to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like they're like,
Yeah.
okay. Like, and like you'd be pouring your heart and soul to them, and then they'll just be like, okay. Like, have you ever like, yo guys, let me tell you.
You look like you're speaking from
Let
experience.
me tell you guys that there was a time, right, where like I poured my heart and soul out to this gents, right? Like I told him like I was done with it. Like not that I was done, like basically like the problems that I had in our relationship, right? This nigga just went with like, okay.
And
Okay.
Like that's not okay.
Okay, no, but with that type of nonchalance, I understand. Lou, what's being nonchalant to you?
Like yeah.
To me, I feel like it's saying that, okay, no, I'm there, but you're not there. But then when you're asking like what's going on, you're like, nah, my priority is just not number one. I have other things to do. Like not nonchalant, I feel people take it as trying not to be a simp.
Okay.
Like, no, I've had conversations. I'm like, okay, you know, why do you feel like being nonchalant is necessary? It's more of like, okay, no, being a simp is a bad thing, and
okay, but
you know, being a simp is being a tentative. It's, you know, it's just that.
No, but listen.
So being nonchalant is like the opposite of that. But
now,
I'm talking about dating and jolly and stuff
now,
like that.
Do you know where, for me personally, where that mix up goes?
Talk to the camera.
Mina, I'm a person that I'm a very emotional person. My facial feature shows my emotion. But I have those times where I'm like, guys, I've switched off from the world, man. And it doesn't necessarily mean I don't care. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not interested.
No, but that's okay.
But listen, but my outside reactions are off. Nonchalance in the sense that y'all are saying it doesn't matter whether this person is nonchalant or whether this person is expressive. This person is an ass.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's just that they just so happen to be putting it off as nonchalance and not care.
Not being not being nonchalant does not make you cool. It just makes you like you're wasting my time.
No, but listen. I have a friend. Lou, you know him.
Who?
Bartlett, the other day. He comes off as nonchalant.
No, not really.
But the guys.
No, but he does.
But
he's quiet. He's quiet.
Wait, guys. One thing that we need to like states, right? There's a difference between not being able to express yourself and being nonchalant.
Yeah, I think we had a conversation yesterday, that it's not being able to communicate your feelings versus you knowing your feelings and just choosing not to communicate them. It's not the same thing.
Like they're two different things.
Okay, because some people genuinely try. They just
there's some people that just don't know how to express themselves.
Okay,
and you can see that they clearly care about you.
So here, dictionary meaning of nonchalance.
Nonchalant is in the dictionary. Yes.
Yeah. No,
I just haven't checked. You know,
there's so many words.
I
West
know.
side is in the dictionary right now.
I know, it just gets updated. I'm just
so nonchalant of
a
person or manner, feeling or appearing casually, calm and relaxed, not displaying anxiety, interest, or enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm.
You see, Now, not expressing.
Guys, lack of enthusiasm is just so boring.
It is boring, but nonchalance is lack of expression.
Expressing it. It's not that it's still there, but you just choose not to show it.
I feel like the better question to be asked here is how is the more better question to be asking here, so to the camera. The more better question to be asking here, is why is nonchalance being used as a tool? Like, why is it okay to? Why does it seem to be okay to
is this
have
me
no
going
emotion?
deep? Is this me going deep? But mostly nonchalantness is in like guys, in that male species type of category.
Like,
and it goes in, you say, the expression of it. So it's you not showing your feelings. That has been there. Like don't
you know,
cry.
like
don't sing. Don't do all of
yeah.
that. It's been there. It's not a new thing. It's just now it's being, as you're saying, it's being used as a tool to amplify in a way.
I feel like when I'm nonchalant, like when girls are nonchalant, they just don't care about you. Like, if we're being honest, like, because like generally, like, we as girls are like more expressive, right? We're more expressive than guys genuinely. But then like when you're not expressive and you're so-called nonchalant, like I feel like you just don't care. Like as a girl, you don't give a frick.
Like, I mean, with a girl, for me personally, it is easier to assume that the girl genuinely doesn't have any feelings in whatever she's
No. But the thing is, with a girl, what I feel is when a girl is done, like nonchalant does not give a singular piece of shit, that's out. You feel that energy is gone. With a guy, it's more of like one in, one out.
Listen. Yes, with not necessarily. Let's not even put gender. With a person who uses nonchalance while trying to hide their own behaviors, do you know how you can pick it up? Passive aggressive behavior.
No, saying one thing and doing another, because that me off. I'm sorry for cussing. I think I should cut it down, but it's irritating because how can you give me one message yet another thing is coming on? It's not it for me.
No, and guys, I don't want this to seem like we're bashing nonchalance. I used to.
No, because I have that energy sometimes. You know, you pick and you see things that you do.
I have been nonchalant, guys. If I'm being honest, right, with me now, I'm obsessive. Like, if I like you, I like you, and you need to know that. But if I genuinely just like discard you and like,
you don't care,
I just don't care about you.
But listen,
like nonchalant people, I feel like nonchalantness is a tool used by people to excuse them nonchalantness is an excuse for giving the bare minimum.
Yes.
That
excuse for giving the bare minimum.
I need to quote this. What's the time? Okay, it's 8. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Because
it's an excuse for the bare minimum.
It is because not I care, but then I don't care enough to give you what you need.
Yes, it's the excuse for the bare minimum.
It is. And I feel like, guys, do you know what sometimes people forget? You can be nonchalant, and you can still give the most in a relationship. Look at Lucas from Grownish. Like, Luca.
Yeah.
Look at Luca.
Yeah. He's like nonchalant, but he's there. He's present in the moment.
Like, guys, being nonchalant, you're not able to express yourself, But it's fine. Sometimes you gotta meet a person halfway. I can't always be talking to someone, But it's fine if I can't talk to you. We'll reach the compromise. Okay, can I sit in space with you?
Yeah.
That's fine. I can't talk to you. I can't be with you.
I can't
interact with you. But I feel like also nonchalant people need to also take a step to communicate to other people who want interaction. That daughter, calm, let's rest. Let's not talk right now.
Take a break.
Because I feel like there's also that whole bias that nonchalant people are assholes when a lot of the time they aren't.
No, it depends. It depends.
Depends.
It depends. For me, it really depends.
It really
you know
depends.
why? Because sometimes a nonchalant person, as you're saying, like, the energy is there. You feel like they want to give you that energy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the lack of communication to happen. Like, just you can't express it.
Mm-hmm.
Other times it's like they want to keep it on a leash, but then they want to feed you.
But I feel like, with nonchalant people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, going back to the thing I said that, like, being nonchalant is, like, excuse for giving the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like, once they are expressive, people are like, oh my gosh, this person has given me the world. Like, you're just giving me, like, the bare minimum.
But then, no, wait. That's how it is, though. It's like, okay, when you train like the dog, for instance. I'm saying human minds kind of work like that. You give them a treat. You give them small by small by small. The more they do, they're gonna crave it because they know that you have it. So it's they're messing with you. It's like mental manipulation at that point because they give you just enough for you to stay there, just enough. And when they feel like you're retracting and you're going back into your space, what happens? They give you more. So you stay. You're like, damn, okay, they're trying because they feel like they're losing me. No, that's how you get into no, they care about me, but then they're not acting like they care about me.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's like, it's there, but it's like, okay, it's like, push and pull. Like when they feel like you're getting a little bit too far away, they're going to pull your leash a little bit.
I feel like, I understand what you're saying.
And that's in like specific situations.
No, I understand what you're saying because it's not really necessarily in specific situations. It's kind of a similar mentality that I have with my friends. And I mean this in a healthy way. I don't mean this in a toxic way. I struggle to know when a person needs my emotional support or they need me to be putting into the friendship like that in an emotional manner. Mm-hmm. So I don't really notice it until the person is starting to drift off. That's why I can also come off as I'm only putting when I see you're leaving. Yeah. I genuinely, out of sight, out of mind. I have
but
that
communication. That's exactly what I was about to say. Communication is just the key of this thing because if you guys understand that,
listen, guys. Communication. Let's be honest.
Let me know when you wanna talk to me.
No, but let's be honest here. Right. A lot of people don't understand where I'd come from. A lot of people see me as making excuses and I'm lying to them. Communication only works if both people are willing to be receiving ends.
You see, I remember what I said in communication. I don't know which episode it was, but communication, it's useless unless the other person understands what you're saying. So like you could shout, but if the other person cannot hear you, it's pointless.
You can't argue with someone who doesn't want to be listened.
And Mina, growing up with Lula in the house, Lulu pushes communication all the time. She always wants things read out. My little sister also. Oh wait, that child, it's not necessarily she even pushes communication. She does things as you literally say them.
Yeah, she's
literal with her words.
Like, please get me a cup and water. She'll get you a cup and like something else and water. I don't understand. She'll just do the most. I feel like she's sarcastic in a way. I don't know how we got here, but she's just like that.
So with that, it's with me being a person who I learned very early on to go with non-verbal cues. So now having learned non-verbal cues,
like honestly,
and in that way, I do understand when it's like the lack of communication because you're just not used to doing it. Like me and you, we can sit and talk just with our eyes, it's purely body language, and like somebody in the middle or somebody with us, but what's going on? But then we're actually trying to talk to them, but we're
issue is I'm a person who prefers picking up non-verbal cues. I don't like confrontation. I can speak.
Me too. I hate confrontation.
So that's why.
But it's communication confrontation.
In a sense, it
is. It is
confrontation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like guys, I'm so bad with communication. Like, let me tell you guys a story, right? So basically, this person owed me like 300 rand.
Yeah.
So I kept quiet for 6 months.
Yeah.
Long time, Sissy. Long time.
They were broke.
No, the entire 6 months were they broke?
No, they weren't. They were posting them going out.
Money.
And it's like I'm a person who doesn't like confrontation.
Yeah.
Like I hate like that. But I'm the same person that preaches communication. Like, anyways, I'm a contradiction to myself. Anyways, but like with nonchalant people, bringing back to the original topic, is that I feel like sometimes nonchalant people don't, like what we're saying, don't know how to communicate, right? And express themselves with the textbook dictionary. So it really goes in with the parties, like with the parties and you saying how your love language is. I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, no, I do understand. Learning each other's like you're saying, non-verbal cues is very important because verbal communication, confrontation, whatever is important, right? But body language also plays a big part in it, and understanding people's triggers, understanding how they feel love, how they feel certain things, ne? No. Because for instance, you teasing somebody, ne? Could be you, just being nice to that person. That's your way of loving. That's your way of giving your affection. But to that person, they either have whatever drama, ne? And that is belittling, that is not nice to you. But that is the only way you know how to communicate. How is that going to manifest itself in a relationship.
That's
it's gonna be a
exactly. That's why
uneven situation.
That's why then another form of communication comes in. In one of our first episodes, understanding loyalty.
The friendships are
understanding loyalty or respect.
Right?
Remember what I said, that I would rather have understanding and respect, because that's where understanding comes in. You're going to
respect is definitely a foundation in understanding.
Exactly,
because you need to at least try to understand
that this person wasn't coming with bad intentions,
and let go of your idea of things in order to hear how they're saying it or hear how they're coming from it. Because if you see it from yourself, if you see it from your own perspective, that's you in your own things. But respecting is having enough confidence in that person to shift into that.
That's why for me,
do you guys feel like nonchalant culture, right, is making, like, specifically men, right, like with the whole topic of this being cool, right, do you think like it's making men think that that's how they should treat women?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's also sometimes our own problems. How many times do we, as the female population,
women,
we romanticize characters like Damon Salvatore,
like distance and like people who don't want you? That's why I want the chase. The chase. I think like, the chase is it.
As we also have the problem of romanticizing that, and then we don't know how to
romanticizing toxicity.
In a culture, in society, just in a whole, us as humans, we do it because it's like, we have this conversation, toxic relationships, like they're full of agenda and they're fun. So maybe the bad times are the good times.
You see, the thing is,
that's a quote from my favorite show, the Devil and the Bastards. The bastard and the devil himself, I think.
Bastard son or something.
Yeah. I love that show.
But for me, us as humans, guys, some of us are adrenaline
seekers,
chasers. And that's why we'll also go into toxic relationships, right? But also, guys, Mina, I can say this, as a female, I prefer my toxic books or my toxic dons rather than for the romance. And even with the romance, there's a slight level of toxicity in some of them.
I'm sorry, guys, but toxicity, like, a relationship needs a little bit of toxicity.
No, but then
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It can't be peaches and roses all the time. I'm sorry.
No, but that's what a relationship is.
Pause here.
But nonchalantness is not indulging in that.
Wait, but let's pause here. To move from there. You say relationships need toxicity. What is toxicity? Because let's not confuse toxicity with the opposite side of feelings, like the bad and the negative sides. Let's not confuse those two, because those two are not the same. So a relationship, I agree, needs both bad and good. You can't be in a good relationship all the time. How is it supposed to grow?
Yeah, it's
right?
not gonna work, yeah.
So you've got to push and pull, right? But then there's again that line when bad turns toxic. Now are you telling me that a relationship truly needs toxicity? Guys, what is toxicity? What is toxicity? Let's start.
That's a whole nother topic.
That is a whole big topic. But I think relationships, and what for me, I don't know if this is like, but a healthy relationship is evolving within the relationship, I feel. Right? So that is maybe, even if you're gonna go through the bad thing about healing. We talked this in that, I don't know, this is nonchalantness, but this is another thing. But in your episode, you're talking about, I think we're talking about healing. I think the thing about healing is you're gonna be forever healing. I think we also got into that, like, no matter what you do, since you're gonna be in a new situation, that new situation is gonna have its own pros and cons. The more you move, you're gonna have new obstacles. When you walk, you don't know, you can see what's ahead of you, but then you're gonna keep walking. You don't know until you know, basically. Right? And in relationships, I feel like what makes a healthy relationship is being in that change and synchronizing in that change and helping each other out, weighing it out. Because in that change, there's going to be pros, and in the change, there's going to be cons, right? So just evening out and communicating and understanding that change is going to happen. This is also another thing, but that's why I feel like most relationships are short, because you only are fine with that one version of the person when we are forever changing. Damn, and then that's why it doesn't last.
I wanted to bring another topic up, but like, I don't know, like, because like we're bringing so many topics. This nonchalant thing has like so many topics.
It has so many subgenres. Like a tree, it's got
Yeah, guys,
I feel like
like because you can't just talk about like nonchalant
because it's deeper than that. It has a reason why. It's not just okay what it is, but why is it like that?
No, like guys, again, speaking from a person who is quote unquote who, as some people label me nonchalant, people who know me would label me far from nonchalant. I'm not.
No, I think you would be nonchalant.
No, with people who don't know me.
Yeah,
people who don't know her.
People who don't know me.
I think I haven't been nonchalant in any genre, like any phase in my life.
I'm very chalant. If I like you.
Chalant.
If I like you.
No, but the thing is,
but like if I don't like you, I don't care. Like,
you see, the thing about it's my, as you're saying, my need for communication, or like my lack for it, or my knack, like just wanting to do it all the time. It's hard for me to be nonchalant because even if I don't give a shit, I feel like
you still need to have that conversation.
Yeah, I still need to, not even like, if it's me, we're in a process, we're doing it. I don't know what it could be, a situation, a friendship, whatever, we're in a process. And that process is like not working for me and I feel like I don't care anymore, right? I probably won't just, deuces, man. I'm like, I'm done, I don't care. It's more of like, I'm not feeling this. If you want a reason why, I could probably tell you. If a reason what happened, I can probably tell you. That communication is there, and I find it I needed to be there.
I have a question for you.
Wait.
Follow with that, but I'm not gonna ask it, because I feel like this is going to go into traumas. So
traumas.
Okay,
hold on to that question.
Okay, I wanted to like say this. Like one of my toxic traits, right, is that when I feel uncomfortable, right, like with the whole nonchalant thing, when I feel uncomfortable in a situation, I retreat. Like you dip. Like I dip. But like at the same time, like it's not that I don't care. It's just that I don't know how to
process it. Yeah.
Yes. Like I'm like with all my past relationships, talking stages, friendships. Like the people say like, do you even care? And I do care. It's just that I don't know how to like say that I care because I don't. Because I'm like with the communication thing. With the communication thing, it's very uncomfortable for me to like speak how I feel because like I'm scared that person will not receive it well, and that's like,
because with communication the thing is like you really don't know how they're gonna take it.
You don't. Know how
I said it, but then what's gonna happen after that?
Yes, I said what I said, but at the same time I'm scared you're not going to receive it how I want you to. And that's the thing with people. You don't know how they're going to react.
You don't have control over such things.
For me, also, I relate with that. I understand that. I used to struggle with that. And then I found out that the deeper layer to that is that me communicating to another person about my feelings means me confronting my feelings myself.
Yes!
And I'm not ready for that.
In order to tell somebody what you're feeling, you need to know what you're feeling.
Exactly.
And sometimes you really don't know.
No.
So how are you supposed to tell them like, ish, man, I don't.
Exactly. And
it's hard.
And being in a relationship has taught me so much about that, because the person I'm in a relationship with is a community.
I see you're one of them. Don't even roll your eyes.
No, but my relationship flopped.
No, but listen. I'll come back to my story, but I believe that you need to go through them flops. I went through them flops. Before this relationship that I'm in, I went out of a flop. I got played twice. Twice, guys. So you can't jump without having any experience. Oh, you can. But personally, for me, I feel like it was better that I had my past experiences with the flopping, so that I know what to look out for in the next person.
Experience low-key builds endurance in some way.
It does.
But at some point, a bitch is tired, guys.
No, but
a bitch gets tired.
Then that means maybe you need to take a break, because I was single for almost.
Think about it. Being single is like really okay, man. I mean, it's chill. Think about it, like.
You don't have to be in
an active relationship, because with me, like, we're the same age, our peers, everyone's in a relationship. Everybody is jolly. Why?
Actually, why?
That's another episode I want to get into. Like, we did, like, one of the topics of the title is, like, you don't want a relationship, you want to be touched. Because I feel like that's really the end of it. Like, this hormones, is all of that. It's not like a mom saying, it's your hormones, man. But, like, what's your reason? Like, you said dating for marriage. Right?
Why are you dating for marriage at 15?
That's her thing. That's why I said at 18 you're gonna get married, but that's her own thing.
No, but
some people date for experience. Some people date for fun.
No.
Some people date for entertainment.
When I ask her this question, I don't mean it in like a judgy way. I mean it in like a way that, guys, marriage is one of those steps that there must be a step after.
Yes, but like I feel like I'm not really saying like dating for marriage. Like that's how I'm
Serious.
Like I'm saying, like if I get into a relationship with you, right, it means that I see a future with you. Like I see us growing at some point in our lives.
Like there needs to be potential for you to like put energy into it. Okay, I get that.
I understand that, right? And I feel like.
But then, okay, before we like skew off, man, a question I had is, we did kind of talk about like what is the toxicity within nonchalantness, right? But then when it comes to, as you're saying, why we talked about why, probably our own experiences and all of that, but then why do you think that it's such a bad thing? If like, okay, you're saying that sometimes it's because you can't express yourself, ne? But do you think it's only a bad thing, it's only a negative thing, or in some way it can be positive?
No, that's why I was earlier on.
What do you think are the positive things of nonchalantness? Because I don't know anything. I'm just like everything.
I can't think about anything.
I can't think.
But I'm trying to be open.
Personally, for me, do you know why I was saying earlier on what you guys the examples of nonchalantness that you guys had pointed out? Why I had said, guys, it's just a bad person. Because, guys, there are some people out in this world that you can't express yourself. There's some people that communicating with them is going to drain more out of you than them. That there are some people where they use that as a tool
weapon
and a weapon. There's some people
like your vulnerability.
Exactly. There are some people in this world, and it's sad to say, it's disgusting to say, but it's humanity. It's how it is. There's some people in this world where you can't show them weakness, or quote unquote weakness, as in what you're feeling, communication. There's sometimes
right now it's hunt to be hunted, né?
Guys, there's sometimes where
child will be child.
Dude,
child.
Honestly,
okay, child.
There are sometimes when nonchalantness is needed for survival in the world. That's why I feel like
I think mising sometimes is very important.
Sometimes you need to be unbothered.
Yeah,
like, you need to be unbothered.
Even if you do care, you need to act like you don't. Because
not everyone needs to know.
I think fake it till you make it is a good thing. I feel sometimes, okay, maybe not being delusional. Sometimes I can admit, guys, I'm delusional.
Guys, delusional culture. Wow.
I mean, just like not knowing what the hell is going on in your life. You're like,
guys,
okay, you know, that type of nonchalantness where it's not just nonchalantness to you, but just everything in their lives.
Okay,
they actually don't have any.
Again, that goes into now a deeper. That's a deeper thing, né? Because again, nonchalantness is not being able to express yourself. Nonchalantness is pushing off, living in your head, not in the reality. You can't be quote unquote nonchalant and live full time in reality. You can't. I can say that honestly. If you're nonchalant, you live in your own world. You don't live in reality.
Yeah, because not caring is like you being detached in a way. Because now you honestly like, okay, I don't care. Then for me, like when you say I don't care, what do you care about then?
No,
what do you actually
like? What like actually? What is your ambition in life? Because like humans, then honestly, humans, we need something to go for. You wake up in the morning for a reason. Why wouldn't you be dead if you don't have something?
Not only that, right? Sorry, I just want to have a point. But not only that, again, being in your own world, sometimes being locked in your head. Like you're living, but you literally cannot.
Autopilot.
Exactly.
Autopilot. Living on autopilot.
So,
but like in a relationship, like in a healthy relationship, you need to show that to the person that you actually care about them. And that you want to be there. Like with the nonchalant person, it's like they want to be there, but they don't want to be there.
Yeah, as you were saying.
Oh, like they just don't want to. I feel like nonchalant people are most likely they don't want to commit really fully. That's why they act.
No, because like wait, as you were saying, Z, that being like nonchalant is a way like being locked in your head because you're being detached, right? And you having to quote unquote like commit to that person, like attach there, you need to disattach to yourself. And that's not like easy. It's not something you want to do because you stepping out of your head. Because this you're saying nonchalant is like you vibing in your own head. That's your own space. Now you either have to invite somebody into your space or you need to go into somebody's space. And if you're in your space the whole time, it may be just something you just don't know how to do.
Again, it's something you don't know how to do. Again, I could be speaking a completely wrong point of view.
Because no, it's your perspective.
It's my perspective, but I'm talking about in the sense of nonchalantness, because I am a chalant person who switches between the two. And when I'm nonchalant, it's because most of the time I'm defensive, most of the time I'm scared, or most of the time I'm depleted of whatever energy that spreads through my soul to
spreads through your soul. Yes, man.
To keep me moving.
That's the three. That's like you just don't have it in you.
Those are the top 3 times, you know. So when Lazi was saying that nonchalant people don't want commitment, I feel like it's a kind of half and half. Again, it depends why you're nonchalant. For me, when I...
And with us saying why, are there different types of nonchalantness?
They are.
Like categories, like a graph of some sort.
Not necessarily.
What do you think they are? Like,
not necessarily a graph. Because again,
intensity.
Not necessarily intense. Nonchalantness is not a personality trait.
No, but then it can
people make it
No, people make it a personality trait.
Think about it. When I'm saying this
people make that shit their whole personality.
Everything. No, when I'm saying listen, you don't care. You genuinely don't care about anything. No, anything. So how?
Okay. That's you're in a state of nonchalance.
But if you're in a state, that's your personality. What else would it be?
That's why I feel like I don't know how to express this.
It's some people's personality out there. Like
some people make
their hands
like
some people genuinely don't know how to express themselves. Again,
or choose not to.
Again, what if let's say people who are diagnosed with psychopathy, sociopaths.
Yeah.
People who are diagnosed sociopaths. Sometimes they don't know how to express.
Okay, no way.
But that's different.
No, it is different because
it is different.
For me, it's not knowing it versus not wanting to do it. It's like it makes like a very big difference of like you knowing it and you either subconsciously or consciously choosing not to do it versus you try but you just can't.
Yeah.
It's like you can see that this is what people do. Okay, but I want to be part of these people.
But listen, you see that statement you've just shown that there are 2 different types.
Yeah, there are types.
So it's not necessarily types. I don't want to say types, but there are different ways of nonchalance.
Ways?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Personally, for me, maybe I live again in my own delusions or whatever.
Delusional. I'm kidding.
Yo, guys, I realized how much I need these glasses because without them, I didn't see how long this time is.
Damn.
And I put them on and I could see. Damn, man.
But I'm talking about personally for me, nonchalance is it's like a state that one goes. You can't be nonchalant.
It's like a phase.
Yeah,
you can't do it all the time.
If you do it all the time, there's an issue. There's a deep-rooted issue within
But then,
oneself.
as you were saying, what if it's like sociopaths or it's an actual mental thing? Like you don't have the chemicals in your brain.
You said,
but
it's out of your choice.
But then some people just choose to do it.
Then at that point, you have decided to live your life with like that. It's that at that point is a person making it a personality.
But then but let's
no. But Mina said I can't.
Okay, let me put a scenario. Okay, let's say you have a nonchalant man.
Don't you feel like this? The sun is there.
And and then you're very chalant, but this person is nonchalant. And you're like to your person, I don't like you being nonchalant. I want you to express yourself. And this person doesn't want to change.
But then you found the person like that.
I was about to say.
How can you work to somebody and be like, okay, I want you, but then I only want you if you're like this type of way. Please change.
You're not saying change. You're just
adjust for me.
In a relationship,
but are you making adjustments?
But in a relationship, you do compromise.
But are you gonna adjust for that person? You cannot expect for them.
There's compromise.
No, absolutely.
Change and compromise are kind of the same.
They are the same because you need to be willing. No, in some way, you need to be willing to be flexible.
Some way.
You need to be willing to be flexible. You cannot want to attach this one thing because as you find that person like that, you need them to be to move a bit for you to blend together. And when you go out to that person, you found the person whatever. But the reason that you got into that relationship with them is maybe because you got glimpses of that cariness and you're like, okay, I want to see more of that. Well, that's all they got. That's all they can give you.
Okay, no, but again, this falls
communication
back.
still.
No, listen, this falls back into that nonchalance doesn't necessarily mean that you can't meet up halfway. Luca, guys, he was nonchalant. He didn't really care, but he knew that Zoe likes the flowers. So on the way from the supermarket, pick up the flowers. I thought about you.
No, but that's caring though. But that's just not caring. Expressing it as well. That's the thing. These are differences.
Like we said at the beginning of the episode, there's a difference between being not being able to
express yourself and just not giving any type of
You see. I think that's where I wanted to go.
Poop doesn't hit the same.
I think I wanted to go when I said that nonchalance is not a personality trait. Nonchalance, not being able to express yourself, you can work through that at some point or another, guys. Right? You can find compromises with that. Now, not choosing not to care or genuinely not being able to care. Again, in life, there's always compromises. That's why I feel like nonchalant people.
No, but then wait. Nonchalantness is okay. These categories of you not caring, and there's categories.
There's so much more.
There is, ne? There's
so much.
But if it's like the type of thing is like, I want you, but I don't care about you, because there's obsession as well.
You see,
because feelings are they the same as obsession, yeah? Because obsession is like you not idolizing, but like that it's just.
No, obsession
that's your person,
is
like... And think about it, I don't know if this is a good thing or bad thing, but I'm attached to a person while really not caring about that person.
Wait, this is a topic. This is another video. I gotta put a pin on this. We'll even record this video just after this one.
Yeah.
So, but on the topic of that, right? Different types of nonchalance. Nonchalance is a tool, like communication, guys.
It is.
It's not a person. It's not something.
And I feel like it can also be a skill.
Yeah.
As I said, we need it in some ways because child will get child.
That's why
child will get child.
Because like sometimes you need to like stay unbothered sometimes in life because
sometimes it will drive
people will
crazy. Like if you care about everything, guys. Like I said, the world is always changing. So caring, I think, about like attaching deeply onto one reality, onto one thing, is like I don't know if this is like blunt or whatever, but it'll get you broken. Let's say you'll get hurt. You'll get heartbroken, like you devastated because guys, people will break life. You don't even know what's gonna happen. People just stuff happens without your control. So if you attach to one space, like okay, this tree, my life is this tree. Then you wake up and the tree is gone. What are you gonna do?
Okay, I feel like in that sense,
you could say I love trees and I'm gonna love every single tree I encounter, but this tree and then the tree is gone.
No, I feel like
what has happened?
Attachment without the ability to disattach is a disadvantage in this world.
Yep. Yes.
Again,
that was smooth the way you said it, but yeah.
Again, two sides of a coin. That's why I feel like you can have a nonchalant personality in the sense that you struggle to care about things naturally. Yeah. In the sense, but being a nonchalant person, like all the time, I feel like then at some point, like about everything, like literally everything, that means you're living a monotone life.
But like in life, you need to in life, it's you need to like what you were saying. You need to know how to like detach yourself from certain situations.
I feel like you can indulge, but then maybe not get addicted. Because like okay, you can like I'm not saying that don't attach, that means don't enjoy things, like don't feel happy about this thing because it might change. That's a very depressing way of looking at life. I used to look at it like that because I can't control things, so why should I give a shit about things? You know, it was like that. I was like, okay, I don't care, because once I care, it's gonna go away from me, and then what must happen to me? I'll be stuck, right? So I just like okay, that's like a sort of form of nonchalantness. Like, hey, it is, it is what it is. It was my motto in life. I'm like, I don't have control over it. And I'm not gonna touch it just because of that.
We got into that with the episode of Tuxedo. How it is what it is can just make you kind of not give.
Like you could like think about it, like how you gonna enjoy anything. I think maybe enjoying it, like okay, I care about it, but I'm gonna let it go.
But then this thing of it is what it is, I feel like it promotes laziness, not laziness, right? It promotes like people having a bad living a bad lifestyle, right?
Just lowering your standard because you don't have energy to do anything else.
Yeah, yes, it's like making like people like it is what it is. Ooh, let me rephrase. It is what it is makes people accept bad lifestyle because that's how life is and not want to change it.
Yeah, just like dwelling in that reality, and because you feel like, okay, this is the reality, I'm not gonna go look for a new
Back to what I was
I'm not
saying, the
gonna try
bare
change it.
minimum. It accepts the bare minimum.
No, but guys, this will go into
Everything attaches, as we're saying, this will be a separate episode. We will record it now, but for this episode, I feel we've gotten into it. We've gotten into nonchalantness, what it is, how it can affect people, if it's a good thing, if it's a bad thing, our own personal experience of it, because it's deep. I mean, like, you can talk about it for like a very long time. And because I was saying it connects to subgenres. Like you get into one topic, that one topic leads into another topic, that other topic leads into another topic. So it's like that.
Guys, and join us with a conversation.
Yeah, then let us know.
Question us.
Oh my gosh,
question
let us know what you think about it.
Follow me at Nolwazi's Interlude.
We will leave her at in
the description.
In the description.
I will try to put it over here, but editing, yeah. Also, yeah. Should we say our ads? Yeah. My ad is Lou the Blue on Instagram. Lou_the Blue.
Mine is Nolwazi's Interlude.
Mine is Melilla Vita, I think. Guys, it's Italian. I forgot what it means. I think
but it's a language you don't know.
It's a language I love.
Fair enough, man.
I have the meaning in my book somewhere. I remember it sometime.
But I will try to put our ads over here. They'll just be floating probably.
Yeah.
All right then. This was a good episode. See you on the next one.
Bye. Might just film it now.
Deuces.
Bye.